Okay, if you see things like this, you will likely want to group all the x together. So any term that you see with an x, you want to put them together. So I will put the 5x and the root 45x together, and then I'll group the 40 and the root 20 together. So that's the first step. Second step is, of course, extract the common factor. Okay, and then finally, bring the fraction to one side. Okay, so once you form the fraction, they want your answer to be of this form. So when they are saying this, they are telling you, go and rationalize your fraction. I forgot, I haven't used my mic. No wonder I'm straining my voice. Yes, can. Okay, so how to rationalize? Introduce your conjugate pair. So put in your 5 plus root 45 and then 5 plus root 45. Of course, if you don't want to deal with such big numbers, you can break it down first. So maybe let's break this down. This one 4 and 5. Okay, before I rationalize, I think I should break this thing down. Okay, so that this becomes 2 root 5 and 3 root 5. Okay, then I rationalize. Yes? Okay, so if you have rationalized from just now, it's okay, just that your numbers will be very big. So it's up to you. Okay, so at the bottom, 5 square minus 3 root 5 square. So the top will be 20 plus 12 root 5 minus 10 root 5 and minus 6 times 5. Okay, so final answer negative 10 plus 2 root 5, and then at the bottom you should have 25 minus 9 times 5, 45.
Extra 24.
Yeah, put there. Yes. Split the what? If you don't want, you can do it all the way at the back. Okay, but you can simplify first also. Up to you, whichever that is easier. Okay, then you need to simplify this. Negative 10 divided by negative 20 is just half. Okay, and then the other group will be this one. It will just be minus root 5 over 10. Okay, so that is your final answer. Yes. Yes. The base, you combine it. Yes.
For this very table, the minus, shouldn't this become plus?
If you put the minus in front, right? Means this one you need to change to plus.
Put in simple minus.
Root 5. Oh yeah, should be plus. Should be plus. Okay, you take it, change it.
But then it become minus half.
Which one?
Because when x is
No, this one is. Wait. Then something is wrong here. Your minus, you put it in front, right? You put it in front. There's no change in this side. So we stick this to be here. So your minus put in front is okay. But you do. So that means this one is correct lah. So why is your... Oh, can. But just that you never split. Okay, you don't split in this way. You just split in this way. Okay? Okay, can So why you need to split it up is because the question asks you to write it in this form. So you cannot keep it as one fraction. You have to split it into two. So if they specifically ask you what is P and what is Q, but they didn't, but if they do, you have to tell me P is half and Q is 1 over 10. You can ignore the minus if they ask. Okay, but if they never ask, this is the answer they are looking out for.
Oh, because you cannot leave it in like the combined form.
Yes. because they wrote it this form. Okay, so certs like this, the factorizing, they give you 1 mark for it. Okay, and then forming your fraction is 1 mark, rationalizing is 1 mark, and final answer 1 mark. Okay, so certs can be quite a bit of marks here and there. Make sure you can do it. Okay. So this one is chapter 3 certs. Okay, next one. Let's look at 3. They want you to show that this thing is divisible. So you have 2 ways. Method 1, you do a long division. Show me that there's no remainder. So this is one way. So this is x squared. So you subtract. And then put the x here. So x squared plus 2x. And then you bring down the final 24. Okay, that's how you get 0. So after you have done this, don't stop here. You say since remainder is 0. Okay, therefore this thing. Yes. Okay, because he has done a lot of work. Okay, maybe you can have one more file. Okay, or you buy a fastener, you separate it, then you just stuff it together. Yeah. So that's the issue with math. Okay, is divisible by x plus 2. Okay, do you put your notes inside? That's why. So notes by right, no need to put inside. Just put all the work that you have done inside. Notes you can keep at home to revise. Okay. Those of you who prefers synthetic. Okay, so this will be minus 2. Remember when you have to equate this to 0. So the value you put here will be minus 2. So bring this down. Then you multiply. So it's always addition here. So 3 plus minus 2, 1. Harini, you focusing. Okay, minus 2, when you multiply, you add them up, is minus 12. So multiply this with negative 2 is a plus 24. So finally, you also get remainder 0. So you can conclude the same way if you use synthetic. This is synthetic, this is long division.
Wait, so we just gotta do long division?
Either one, or if you prefer, the next one is to let f of x.
There's a trial.
Yeah, no need try and error, you can sub in for sure. So that means you let this thing be f of x first.
Or then we just sub in x as 2?
Yes, so you sub in x as minus 2. And then you prove to me that it gets 0.
And we can just do show me.
Correct. So since this thing is equals to 0, by factor theorem, since f of minus 2 is 0, therefore x plus 2 is a factor. So you can either show long division synthetic, or you can show me this by using factor theorem. Synthetic is just long division, but cutting all the old grandmother story short. That means they don't put in the x cubed, x squared, x and the constant number. They just deal with the number straight away. There's no x involved in the division.
If you show the long division, must we also do the factor theorem?
No need. You just have to tell me since remainder is 0, that's why it's this. You cannot just hear that you show nah. You must give me that concluding statement. So minus 20 is correct. There are 2?
Yeah, but if you cancel, it's very hard to get but if you cancel three
No, no, you must cancel them together.
Oh,
So that means all divide by 2.
Oh.
You cannot cancel them.
Yeah.
Okay? Then now they say, hence can you factorize this thing? So if you have done the hard work earlier, you would have realized that this is the other quadratic that will give you your answer. So one is the factor they give you, the other one is from the long division here. So if you have done this, then from here you need to perform long division. So you still have to go through long division or synthetic. Okay, so getting this 3, once you are done, they say hence factorize this whole thing completely, right? So you need to check if you can factorize this further. So if you check carefully, okay, you can factorize it further into these 3 things. So done. So when they say factorize completely, you go ahead and factorize this thing further. If cannot, then the answer is just at this step. Okay, just to point out to you, synthetic, same thing. This is 1x squared, 1x minus 12. So it will also give you the same quotient. Okay, so show question, make sure you really show, and then when they ask you to factorize, make sure you can do that. Yes.
Why can't we like put this
Because you're doing the reverse. Not say cannot, but not necessary. Okay, but if you write, it's also fine. Okay? Okay, so make sure this one you okay, So A math is quite fixed. When you see the question, it's the same method over and over again. So you just need to remember the method. Okay, next one. Don't need to show all. I'm just showing you all possibility because I treat it as recap now. Okay, next one. This one. Partial fraction. Most important step is to check if it is proper. Okay, what is proper? The degree of numerator must be strictly smaller than the degree of denominator. This is super important. Okay, partial fraction is a question to score. You want your A's, you need to get partial fraction correct. So you see, highest degree is 3. You expand the bottom fully is also 3. So is this proper or improper? Improper, because it needs to be strictly smaller. So what you need to do is do your long division. So at the bottom, if you expand it out fully, which you need to do that, so you get x cubed. Correct. 2x squared. The other one is minus 3x. And then minus 6. So when you do long division, you need to do this so that you can simplify it fully. So put in the 2 so that you get 2x cubed, 4x squared, minus 6x and minus 12. So subtract the whole thing. You'll be left with 9, 1. Okay? So when the power of this remainder is smaller than this, you can stop already. That means the long division is done. You cannot divide it further. So this whole expression that you get here, let's rewrite it. So this whole expression is actually equals to 2 whole. This is the 2 whole. Plus your remainder fraction, which is this thing, over this thing. Okay, so this is your new proper fraction. the new proper fraction that you want to split into partial fraction. Okay, so this is the expression that you will be dealing with moving forward. We will drop this already. Later we will come back to this. So now using this expression, which is the proper one, I'm going to split it up. So I already know from the earlier part that actually the denominator is this 2. I don't need to go and factorize one more time. They already tell me it's this 2. Okay? So when you look at it, it is a proper one. I can start to split it up into 2. So what are the 2 that I should split it up as? What is this? Linear. So when it's linear, I just put A over x plus 2. What about this thing? Non-factorizable quadratic. What about the what? This one we will bring back and sub in later. So this one we will split into its partial fractions, right? Then after we split, we put back the partial fractions up to complete the puzzle. Okay? So this one is your non-factorizable quadratic. Yeah. Which one? If it's minus, this one must be a perfect square. If not, you also cannot factorize. Okay? So from here, it will be bx plus c. And then x squared minus 3. Okay? So from here, we will copy this thing down. Okay? So with that, we want to remove the denominator, so we multiply everything by the LCM. So you see that this whole thing is gone, left with this only. Okay, it is tedious, but it is worth the marks. So A is x squared minus 3. Then this last thing here is bx plus c. This one need to bracket. After we finish your WA, right, we will continue with functions and graph, finish it up. Then we will move on to congruency and similarity of E-math. Then come back to binomial. Circles will be term 3 already. Okay? So when you compare, you can do substitution or you can do comparison. So if you look at it objectively, it seems to be that substitution can help you. So sub x as minus 2 first. So when you sub x as minus 2, this one will become 20 minus 18 plus 1. This one will become 4a, right? Because this thing is 4 and then this thing will be gone. So a is just 3. That's the first answer you will get. Okay, next one, you can sub x to be anything. So I will sub x as 0 so that my b can disappear. So I sub x as 0, I will get 1 on the left hand side. And then minus 3a. b will be gone. So it will just be 2c here. So I also know that a is 3. So if I put that in, c will be 5. Okay, that's the second unknown. So I can just sub x to be anything to find my unknown b. Okay, so 5 plus 9 plus 1, that's a 15. Okay, and then I have a minus 2 times a. Okay, b. C is 5. And then I put in 3. Okay, so you go and expand everything out fully. 3b plus 15. So 11, is it? Yeah. So b is just 11 over 3. Is it correct? No, mine is 2. Okay, wait. Did I calculate something wrongly? 1, 1, 1. 14, 15.
There's a mistake.
Yeah, where's the mistake?
That's the question you need to ask.
b plus 5, 3. Minus 6, oh, it's 21, right? It's 21. Okay, so that gives me a 6. So B is 2. Okay, once you are done, you are not fully done yet. You need to put everything back into here. Because that's what you wanted to split from the very beginning. So if I put in this thing back, this is my first part. My two partial fractions that I need to put it back is this thing. So my A is 3. So the first partial fraction is this one. Okay, my B is 2. So I'm going to put in 2x. And then this is 5. So the bottom will be x squared minus 3. So this is my final answer. So be very systematic so that you won't make careless mistakes. Is it 6 marks or 5 marks they give? 6, right? Okay, so long division is 1 mark. Okay, knowing what to split is 1 mark. Splitting into the two respective parts. And then simplifying is 1 mark. 2 marks for all 3 correct answers. And then the final answer mark here. Okay, so the 6 marks, make sure you do diligently. There's not a lot of question in the paper, as you can see, usually like 5 or 6. Okay, 5 or 6, right? But the question requires time for you to do. So this one is chapter 4.5, partial fractions. Okay, so there will definitely be partial fraction question depending on whether they want to give you proper or improper. Okay, so it is your luck.
The bx plus c is 1 term.
Bx plus c is
1 term.
one fraction on its own lah.
Oh, so no, like why do you multiply 3 into both b and c?
3
for
in.
the third one when you're finding.
Why did I multiply 3? Where? Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Because I sub in my a mah.
No, the right hand side.
This one.
Yeah.
Because there's a 1 plus 2 here. I sub in x as 1. So this one is 1. So b plus c, right? So b plus c. And then this is 1 plus 2. So 3 what? So I times 3.
Okay.
You need to sub in to see.
Bx plus c must multiply together.
Yes, together. Okay, next question. Cubic polynomial. It says that I have a cubic polynomial, okay, that has coefficient of x cubed being 2. That means it is something like this. I don't know what is this. So that means it looks something like that. This is my whole polynomial. Okay, then they tell me that the roots meaning the solution, if I were to solve my fx equals to 0, they will be negative 3, negative p, and p squared. So if I work backwards, one solution is minus 3, one solution is minus p, and one solution is p squared. So if I work backwards to get my original factor, that means one of it is x plus 3, one of it is x plus p, and one of it is x minus p squared. They tell me that the roots are these 3. Yeah. So imagine if you have solved this, right, equals to 0, then all the 3 factors that you get, you try to solve it. This is the 3 solution that you have. But now we want to work backwards to get the original factor. So actually, right, what they are trying to tell me is this can be factorized into these 3 things. X plus 3, x plus p, and x minus p squared. But the only thing that they don't deal with is coefficient. If I have a number in front of these 3 brackets, whatever the number is, it will be cancelled off. Because when you divide by 5, it's gone already. So that's why they need to tell you that the coefficient must be 2. So if you imagine expanding this out, The maximum you can get is x cubed. But they are telling you that actually there's a 2 in front here. So you have to put in the 2 because they tell you coefficient is 2. So that's the only gap you need to take care of. Yes. So now this question say the remainder will be this when you divide by this. So you are going to use remainder theorem. So by remainder theorem, you sub in x as negative 2. The remainder will give you this. So you are going to do the exact same thing. You are going to sub in x as minus 2 here. So all this put in minus 2. So 2 it should end up giving you minus 14p minus 16. So go and simplify everything. Sorry? Yes, they say show, you have to show. They give you 2 marks for that. Okay? So showing part, that is a 1, right? 2. Oh, I have to square it. So this is minus 2 plus p. This is 4 plus, right? No.
This is 2 marks.
Plus 4p plus p squared. Should be 3, right? Okay, but no choice. Sometimes they cannot give too many marks for one part. Okay, then you get minus 14p minus 16. Go and simplify it further. You will end up getting this thing. Okay, so maybe I simplify my problem by dividing by 2 throughout. So this one becomes minus 7p minus 8. Okay, let me simplify things. Okay, I divide by 2 throughout so that I don't have to deal with big numbers. Okay, then I do expansion. Okay, so again, it's tedious, but they will reward you for it. Small reward. Yes. Why is the square outside? Did I write something wrongly again? No wonder I work so hard. Okay, so this thing can happen. When it happens to you, you will be so sad, right? Because you work so hard for nothing. Like what I'm doing now. The square is inside. Alamak.
Is there error carry forward for halfway wrong?
There will be error carry forward, but the answer mark will be gone. So you all need to be still careful about it. So this is 2. Yeah? It depends on how many steps they award marks for the next one that is related to the top. Sometimes can be 2 marks error carry forward.
So like if you do an error A, then you get marks for.
Yeah, you will still have the mark if the method is correct. Okay, so this one I go and expand for 2p square minus 2p minus p cube. Then this one I just divide by 2 throughout. Okay, fully shift everything to the other side. Minus 2p square plus 2p minus 8 minus 4. So final answer okay, should be the one they ask you to show. Then you write shown. Okay, more tedious. Okay, but make sure you push through it. Don't leave any question blank. Okay, they say determine if the equation in part A has only one real values. So if you look at it very carefully, you want to show that there is only one solution in this equation. So I want to show if this thing, so I can first let this be GP. I change it to G. Okay, and then you can go and by trial and error. Okay, what is the one root that you find from here? 4. So when you do a G4, it will give you 0. Okay, you all have done this already, ah. Okay, so 0, then you by factor theorem. Since G4 is 0, therefore P minus 4 is a factor. Okay, so once you show that it's a factor, then you can go and long division, you can go and synthetic. So 1, minus 2, minus 5, minus 12. This one you put in 4. Okay, so you end up getting P square plus 2P plus 3. So with your factor just now, this one, P minus 4. So this is your factorization. So if you want to go and solve it, you will equate to 0. So P minus 4 is 0, or this whole thing is equal to 0. So one solution is here. You have shown that there's one solution already. You just need to prove that this part cannot be solved. So you go and find discriminant. Likely you cannot solve it. So B square minus 4AC, it is a negative value. So since D is negative, it has no real roots. So because this part has no real roots and you have one root here, so therefore P equals to 4 is the only real solution for GP. Okay, it's 4 marks. You know you cannot do it in one step. You have to go through the method. So one is the trial and error finding one factor. One is the long division. One is proving that this one cannot be solved. And then final conclusion. It can be for this kind. Just showing that it has no... But even if you cannot do this, you can try to solve it using quadratic formula and show me no solution also can. Yeah. Okay? So this one is one way it can be tested. And then come back to certs again. So all the 3 chapters are actually very related to each other. So if you want to do well, you need to understand the mechanics of the 3 chapters.
What's the hardest topic
For these 3 chapters? Not in Sec 3 lah. Sec 4 tougher. Plane geometry. Last chapter.
Every teacher here.
Plane geometry. Plane geometry is proving. Some people like proving, some people don't like. Okay, can ah? Okay, last 2 questions. Okay, no choice this is the dry part. I have to go through until it is in your brain. Kahoot revision.
Yes.
Then one question must do 10 minutes for y'all to work out.
We did Kahoot one.
Why, Skylar? Oh, I thought, what happened?
It was so fun when we did Kahoot.
Must some topics can, this one cannot. How to do this in...
Yes. You just put like infinite time.
Okay, I think 3 years not enough for y'all, right? Need at least 2 more years, right? Cause some of you finish already, I think. I will prepare 2 more years. Mock test at most we can do then Friday. What, your paper is on Wednesday?
First speech.
Yeah, so maybe we can do 1 mock test on Friday.
What paper are we doing as a mock test?
Any paper that I find.
Like anywhere.
I will mix and match mid-year exam paper, yes. This one. Why? Which step are we supposed to do? This one is the 1 mark. 1 mark. This one is the crucial one. Then final answer. Showing that there's only one solution. 4 marks. Can, yes.
Can you mix and match questions from this year so that we can keep it up to date?
Yo ah.
The mock test actually on Friday.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Friday mock test. Then I can return you on Monday. Then Tuesday we have 3 periods, then it's your test already. Yeah, then we can go through either on Monday or Tuesday. Then do a topical review and then you go for a WA.
Friday.
It's Wednesday, right? Our WA. Friday you got other WA.
Wednesday first.
Friday what do you all have?
Physics and bio.
Aiyo. Okay, but you all will be like ready already, right? No ha? Okay.
Struggling with science.
But next Tuesday I give too late already. I need 2 periods what?
I need to take bio.
Do as homework. Then you all will reference the answer from. Oh, have that.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I break the test into 2 single period kind.
But then you cannot go through.
Okay, let me think. Okay, 2 shorter sides of a right angle triangle. So this is the longer side of a right angle triangle. So the 2 shorter side must be this and the other one lah. Which one is which doesn't matter. Okay? And then it says given that the length of the hypotenuse is h, can you find h square? So this is Pythagoras theorem. Right? H square is this square plus this square. So they are just asking you to expand and simplify. So first one, when you square the root 2 is 2. 2ab will give you root 6. And then when you square the root 3 is 3. So this is the first expansion. Okay, second part, you square the 13 is 169 times the 2. Okay, and then you might multiply 2 times of this. So 26 times 4, 72 is it? Okay, and then finally you square this last one. So you get a 4 times 3. So again, this will give you these 3 terms. If you are unsure, don't be lazy. Just go and write this out and expand term by term. It's okay. No need to do everything in the mind.
Are we finding the length of the hypotenuse?
They want the h square.
Oh,
So you can leave it as h square.
okay.
So go and simplify everything. I believe this one we left with minus 70 root 6. And then what's the number? What should the number be? I got answer scheme right. I don't need to work so hard, right? Huh? Mine is 50. No, theirs is 50. What did I do wrong?
52 root 6.
Which one?
52 root 6. It's minus 52 root 6.
Oh, this one. Okay, sorry. My calculation error. Okay, so remember to bring calculator next Wednesday. If not, I don't know how to save you.
Can you bring one?
I will bring extra lah, but what if got 2 person don't have? What if?
I brought extra. But you have to hit on the table.
So this is A, this is B. Okay, so this one 3 marks. 1 mark for the expansion here, 1 mark for the expansion here, and final mark for the simplification. So be careful. Okay, last one, question 7. It's remainder factor theorem. Okay, this one. They say this thing leaves a remainder of 126. So first mark goes to substituting 4 and you get 126. So you must write by remainder theorem. If I sub in x as 4, I will get 126. So if you show this, you get your first method mark. So please don't skip steps. This one gets you your 1 method mark. Yes. This one no need because they define for us. But if they didn't, we must let it be. Okay? So you will get A equals to minus 11 here. Okay, then they say hence. When they say hence, right, they want you to use your answer from part A to continue with the question. So that means you put this into the equation. F of x is now 2x cubed 3x squared minus 11x minus 6. So put in the minus 11 first. Then you want to show that it is a factor. So sub in x as what? Minus half, right? So you put in x as minus half. Really show that you put in. Even if you never show that you put in. Okay, must put in the effort here because the mark is here. Yes. Can. Also can. Then show that remainder is 0. You see what is easier for you, okay? Then if this thing is 0, then by factor theorem, since f of half it's 0 or minus half.
So we can either use this method or long division.
Also can. In place of it, can. So you either do this or if you prefer long division, then you do long division. Okay, show me that the remainder is 0. Okay, since remainder is 0. So whichever the case, both will work perfectly. Can So if can, let's move on to 2024. Okay, I give you like a 4 minutes break.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 4 minutes. Breathe. Can eat if you are very, very hungry. Okay, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay, we will continue. Certs, when they say leave it in this form, it always means rationalize. So it is like a reflex. When you see this, you do this. So the keywords tells you exactly what to do. We'll skip 1 because it's quadratic inequality. Okay, so when expand the top, you get 20. 4 root 5. 20 root 5 and then finally just minus 20. Bottom you square both of them. Yes.
Oh no.
Go.
Okay, so 20 minus 20 is gone. You are just left with 16 root 5. Did I do something wrongly again? I suspect. How come only left one number on top? Where's the 10? Where? I think I did something wrong.
Why you did really bad?
Oh, plus. Okay, my bad. So it's plus. So this is 40, my bad. Hello, Mr. Raj. Please sit down. Okay, divide by 4. So that's a 10 plus 6 root 5. They got 12 though. Did I do something wrongly again? Yeah, the brain is not functioning today.
After you mark me correct, I also got 10.
So it's 10, right? 10 plus 6 root. Okay, correct. Okay, then the second part, they say hence. When they say hence, they are giving you a big hint. That means instead of this form, they suggest that this is already 10 plus 6 root 5. So the hint is to use this and rationalize it as well so that you can compare them. So if you go and rationalize this, you never use calculator, find the value and tell me, yeah, this one greater. Not like that. Okay, you have to explain how you got that derivation. So go and rationalize this part by multiplying it with its conjugate pair. So you get 6 root 5 plus 12. Then at the bottom, fortunately or unfortunately, is 1. So you end up having this thing plus 12. So if you compare this with this one, then you know that clearly the first one here is bigger. Okay, because this is bigger. So since not since. Okay, therefore 6 root 5 minus 2 is greater than this. Okay, if you want, you can add in here that this thing is bigger than this. Okay, so the conclusion is this thing. They say without the use of calculator, don't go and press and evaluate on the calculator. Yeah. How? You rationalize get this? Cannot be, you check. You check. How do you get root 6?
With rational.
Yeah, you check. Yes.
I did like this.
You rationalize. But you write here greater than this one. Then this one conclude. So just one step. Okay, next one. Okay, sometimes it looks like you don't know what they are talking about, but write down the statement first. The square root of this can be expressed as this. This is what this statement is saying. So you just copy down what they say. And then when you look at this, what do you think you can do mathematically? 2 power half. How to get rid of the square root? You square both sides. So the logical thing for you to do is get rid of the square root by squaring both sides first. And then you will get a square 2ab root 2 and then b square with a 2 in front. So this is after you expand, and then you can start comparing them. So since the left hand side must equal the right hand side, you group the terms together according to what you have. So can you see that this suggests that 17 must be equals to this, and 12 must be equals to 2ab. So go and set up your simultaneous equation and then you can solve it. Yeah. Root square? Because they say the square root of this thing. So I'm just translating that into the statement. Okay, so because they wrote the square root of this. Okay, then how to compare? You compare them one by one. This one first equation, this one second. So I will want to deal with this one first because it tells me that 6 over A is B. Or rather, 6 over B is A also can. Okay, I follow the marking scheme so that I don't have to work so hard. Okay, so this is from the second comparison, right? And then the first one, I know 17 is A square plus 2B square. So I sub this in. So square it. So you will end up having 36B square, 2B square. So go and get rid of the fraction by multiplying b square throughout. So you end up having this thing. Okay, go and factorize. It gives you... Oh, did I use the wrong one? Is A or B? Oh, separate one. Yes.
How do you factorize thing?
You can just pretend that this thing, right? You can just pretend this to be like a 2x square minus 17x plus 36. You can pretend this to be this. Because the x, you can let it be b square. Okay? So when you factorize this, what are the two factors you should get? What are the two factors you should get? I don't know what's my factor. Do you all have? I unfortunately used the wrong one, right? So I have to work hard now. Yes. 6 over? 6 over B. Yeah, because I used the wrong one. I should have used the other one so that I don't have to work so hard. What is this? What is the two factor? 18 Or 4 and 9? 4 and 9. So this is 8. Correct, right? Looks like it. Minus 9 and minus 8. Yeah, 17. Okay, can. Lucky. Okay, so from here, when you solve it, 2b square is 9. B square is 4.5. And then B will be square root plus minus 9 over 2. Okay, something like that. Then the other one, it will be B is equal to plus minus 2. Okay, but you look at the criteria of the question. It says A and B must be integers. So straight away, this one reject. Because when you square root a decimal, it will not be an integer. So these two answers are out. You are only left with B as 2 or B as negative 2 as the two answer. So go and find A then. So A would then be 6 divided by 2, which is 3. Integers, right? Any other thing they say cannot be? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry? Can we factorize? Can. This one no need to show the cross product rule and all that. Yeah. Okay? So the answer as what they have shown there is A is 3, B is 2, or A is minus 3, B is minus 2. Okay? So this is the set. Just make sure you follow through the rules and then all should be fine. So some of you sometimes at the start you don't know what they are talking about. Write down first and then see what the question wants you to do. Somehow you will see the light. Yes. 2b. This one I rearrange. Oh no, I multiply everything by b squared, so I don't have fractions. Yeah. Okay, so the certs can be in the form of equation, can be the form of grouping and then isolating it. Okay, next one is a typical question that we always like to test. Let's see. Or rather, I always like to test, but I'm not the setter.
What does Mr. Young like?
I don't know. You want to ask him? What do you like to test?
Go in the calculator, just minus 3. Just 3, then what do I do?
For which one?
And
Which is this one, but we don't want the solution because they say the A and B are integers. So this one I rejected.
this one's 8.
Yeah, A, okay, if you have done it from the A, you will also need to reject the non-integer solution here. Because it's not an integer, so that one you reject. Yeah.
But how do
You can put quadratic formula, then you can get the exact cert. Yeah. Okay, this one.
How do you write this in like the bracket form?
Oh no, you just, maybe you let a square be x first. Then you can factorize, then you subtract, easier. Okay, this one. You want to factorize this thing completely. First thing first, what you can do is to extract common factor. So take out the 3x first. Then you realize you have an x cubed here. And then you realize you have a 64. Which happens to be both cubic numbers.
Oh, because it's 4.
So when you see cubic numbers, what comes to your mind?
This plus this.
So
Yeah.
you can factorize this by same sign, opposite, always positive. So this is x, this was 4 cubed, so I put a 4 here. So x squared, AB, and then your b squared. So simplify everything, you end up having 3x, x plus 4, x squared minus 4x plus 16. Okay, usually this last one cannot be factorized anymore. Okay, then that will be your factorized form. Okay, so when you see cubic, you need to suspect is it possible that SOAP comes to play, especially when you have two terms? Okay, it's either difference of cubes or addition of cubes. So this needs to come to your mind. If not, you have to do your trial and error, find one root, long division, and eventually arrive at this. It is also possible. It's not always the case you need to use SOAP. Okay, but 2 marks, you don't want to spend so much time doing all those. Okay, so it's just a saving of time. Then they say use your answer in part 1 and explain why this one only has one real root. So this is your answer from part A, right? So they are asking you, why is it that this whole thing only has one real root? So instead of x, they change this to x squared. So that means I need to sub this to be x squared. So every x you see, change it to a x squared. Okay, every x you see, okay, wait, I heard the bell. Change it to a x squared. Okay, and then show that when you equate this to 0, you only have one solution. So the first one solution is x squared equals to 0, so x is 0. You suspect that this is the only solution that you have. Here, x squared plus 4 is 0. A square number cannot be negative. So this one has no real roots. Okay, then this one, it's technically a quadratic.
Okay, just x squared.
Okay, so if you do discriminant, is b squared minus 4ac. Okay, which you end up having it to be a negative number. So since d is less than 0, okay, it has no real roots.
Like this one.
Yes.
Square root the entire thing.
We can't square root the entire thing. Okay, but when you try to solve this quadratic, right, it has no real roots. So this one, no real roots, no real roots. There's only one real root here. So therefore, f of x squared equals to 0 has only one real root. So I hope you can start to see the pattern. The solving is the same. They just play around with the expression. That's all. Okay, the rest we complete later. I will come in with a little bit of practice for you. Little bit, tiny bit. Tomorrow got W? Don't have. So today can do 2023 paper, right? Yeah, I got CCA. Okay, then Wednesday, Thursday got WA. So your WA is Friday lah.
Yes.
Friday physics only. Physics and bio. Physics or bio or one subject on Friday. Oh, so actually you are okay. You are not very overloaded, right? Wow, say very busy people. Okay. But anyway, I would want to go through some 10-year series question because like what we usually do is we want to make sure that 10-year series questions you can do lah. Although I know some of you do your own 10-year series practice, but let's make Okay, so first thing first, what is this actual function? Actually, it doesn't matter as long as you sub in suitable values to eliminate it. So first thing first, if you want to find A and B, okay, you might want to sub in values to make this part 0. So what you can do is first, by remainder theorem, you can sub in P as -1. This part here, I want to make this 0. So when I sub this as 0, this whole thing cancels out. Okay, this whole thing cancels out. So it doesn't matter what Q is, it will be cancelled out. What X values you want? Yeah, so that's why when I sub in -1, this whole thing is gone. If you don't want by remainder theorem for this case, it's okay. Okay, so then you'll be left with A. Okay, so this is one possibility you will get. But you cannot sub in here, right? Because you sub in here, you don't know what is the actual value. They tell you what is the actual expression. So when you plug this in, you plug in into the original. Okay, so this is minus A plus B. You go and calculate this whole thing. It will be what? Minus 2 plus 3 plus 13 minus 22. What's the value? For those who calculated 16, 14, minus 8. Okay. So this is equation 1. Okay, so 1 mark is here. The 1 mark is here. Second mark is where you sub in this X to be 2.5. So that this whole thing zeroes out. So you're going to sub in 2.5. And then you will get 2.5A plus B. Okay, so sub in 2.5 here. You cube it. Square it. Okay, what is this value here? Jeff? 5A plus 2B equals to? So this is negative 2.5 lah. Okay, so this is the second equation. So if you just focus on these two, yes. Negative 4.5. Oh, yours is negative 9, is it? Okay, this one. So if you want to eliminate, I will use equation 1 to subtract equation 2. So this one, no, 2 to subtract 1. Okay, 2 to subtract 1. So B minus B gone. This one minus become plus. So 3.5A is equal to 3.5.
Wait, Miss Mom, what paper is this?
This is 2024.
Oh.
Okay, A math paper. Okay, so A is just 1. After you solve for A, you can sub into equation 1. So you will get minus 1 plus B equals to minus 8. So it's negative 7. Okay? So this one, if you see Q in the expression, don't be scared. It just means the same thing. Okay, next one. They say hence or otherwise, can you find the remainder when it is divided by this? Okay, whenever you see this, right, you need to suspect it could be linked to the quadratic factor that you have here. No matter how fancy it looks like here, go and expand this out first. This thing here, okay, go and expand this thing out. So you end up having 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. So this expression actually is the expansion of this. Okay, if you don't believe, you can check. If you go and expand this out, usually this is the trend, they like to link it to that. And then you get 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. So these two are actually equivalent. Why do they want you to divide by this? Remember, if you divide p of x by this thing, okay, what is happening is, can you see that when you do this and you divide by your 2x squared? Okay, let me just very quickly replace this. Okay, if you divide your p of x by this expression, which is the quadratic expansion here, you will get the quotient qx. And then what is the remainder that you will get? This one. So it's just ax plus b. So actually your answer here is just ax plus b, which is x minus 7. Yes. You can use long division. If you don't want, you can just tell me that by remainder theorem. Okay, by remainder theorem, if you put in this expression, okay, into your equation, your remainder is x minus 7. That's all I need to see. You don't even need to do long division. Yeah. Expand the what? Okay. They say when it's divided by this, if you go and expand it fully out, you will realize it's this expression. But this expression is the same as these two quadratic that you see here. These two. Okay, if you check the expansion of these two, it's essentially the same thing. So when you divide the whole expression by this quadratic, you'll be left with this as the remainder. Because if you can still remember, how do we get the dividend? Dividend is quotient times divisor plus remainder. So our divisor here now is this quadratic expression. Our quotient is the q of x. And then the remainder is my ax plus b. So this is my dividend px. So when I divide by my divisor, I will get my remainder directly. So if you know this, actually you can straight away give me this as your answer. So whether I give you a very complex expression here, usually is linked to the divisor at the top. So this is a thinking question that O-level likes to test. Okay, but if not, you go and expand it fully, go and do long division for this, you will still get the same answer, just that it's a lot more effort. Okay, then of course the last one, just sub in p minus 2, use p minus 2 into the expression.
This one.
Yes.
Quite a few people are confused.
What? What do you say?
People are confused.
What?
Quite a few people are confused.
Quite a few people are confused with part 2.
I don't know. I'm not the
Yes.
one of the few people. I'm not all of them.
It is an unknown function that they don't want to write there. But if you want to find, you can use identity to solve it. But just that they just don't want to tell you what it is. Yeah, so you can just eliminate it by not concerning what it is. Yes, the answer is the okay, I will go through part 2 again. You give me some time. So once you show that this is 0, you do bifactor theorem. Since p negative 2 is 0, therefore x plus 2 is a factor. If you don't want, you do long division, show me remainder is 0, same thing. Okay, part 2 I will explain one more time. Okay, let me write down my p of x one more time. Okay, can we all agree that at the start of the question, they already express your expression in an algorithm manner where it's divisor times quotient plus remainder? Can you agree with this one? This one we did before, right? If you have this, you put in your divisor. Okay, let's call it this. You will get your quotient and then finally your remainder. So actually P of X is the same as these two multiplying each other plus remainder function. So it's just written in this way already for you. So now the question is, if you divide by this completed square form, this one, they are asking you, if your divisor is this is your divisor. But the divisor, they are just trying to confuse you. It's just the equivalent form of these two things. It's a completed square form. You expand it fully out, it's actually this. So if the divisor is the same thing, they are asking you, if I'm dividing my expression by this divisor, what's my remainder? It will be this expression. Because it's the same divisor. So usually what O-level likes to do is they like to change the divisor into many equivalent forms. Yeah? So sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's the quadratic expression itself. This one, they just change it to the completed square form. So the trick is just this. They always relate back to this, and then your ultimate goal is to get the remainder, which you already found the A and the B value from part A. So does it matter what this is? It doesn't matter because eventually I'm going to cross this thing out. Yes. Possible. So if they ever ask you to find Q of X, you relate back to the original P of X expression.
Wait, so Miss Wang.
Yes.
In the end, it's just you find the value of A and B, and then you just say the value because everything else cancels out.
Correct.
Oh, that's
So this is my P of X expression. If I know my A, my B, all this, I can expand and I can find this unknown. Okay? What I know is this must be a linear function. I can call it Bx plus D. I don't know what it is, but it must be linear because the maximum power cannot be more than x cubed. So this must be linear. So you can solve for Q of X if you want, but it's not necessary in this question. So usually when they introduce the Q of X, they rarely ask you to find the original. But if they do, it is like you're comparing kind of question again. Okay? Yes.
For the part B,
Mm.
I actually like 500 B bracket minus 2
Then you must quote factor theorem.
okay.
Yes. But you don't start from FT. You must show me, then you say FT is 0, that's why it's a factor.
So you can't start.
You don't start from it because you're supposed to prove it. Okay? Can So this is question 4. Let's look at 5. Is it the second last? Okay, this one. They say that this expression divides this exactly. So what do you think should happen?
get 0.
You will get 0 if you divide it accordingly, right? So do you think I can do long division or I should just express this in another way? What's easier? Compare, right? So imagine if I were to divide this. Okay, those of you who really likes long division, you would have done this. Which one? Correct. Okay, so first thing you want to eliminate is the 6x cubed. So this must be a 3. So it will be 6x cubed, 3x. Okay, my 3x goes here. Okay, and then plus 3c. Okay, so this one is gone. Then the ax square I bring down. This will be a b minus 3x. And then this would be a negative 2 minus 3c. Okay, looks complex enough. Okay, but the next step, what should you do? What should you multiply so that this thing can be gone? A? Maybe A over 2.
Yeah, because you want to make sure the 2 is also there, right?
Okay, so A over 2. Okay, if you multiply by 2, then it will be A, right? So AX square. Okay, so if you do this way, it will be more complex lah. Okay, so A over 2x. And then this one is AC over 2. So what you know is they must become 0. So what is the thing that you can actually compare from here? That these two must be exactly equal. Okay, these two must be exactly equal. And these two must also be exactly equal to each other. Okay, if not, you cannot continue from it. Okay, so B minus 3 must be equal to A over 2. So 2B minus 6 is A. So let's call this equation 1. Okay, next one is this one. Must equal to this. So minus 4 minus 6C AC. Correct, right? Okay, so you will end up having two expressions here. Okay, with some relative unknown. Then you end up don't know what to do. So you might still need to compare and see what is that one value you can find so that the next two you can solve. Okay, so if you look at it carefully, right? If I were to write this dividend, okay, and I were to divide by this, it should be this thing times another expression. And my remainder must be 0. Correct? Because it divides exactly. So I shouldn't have a remainder there. But I know that for sure this thing here must be 2x squared plus x plus 2. But imagine if you expand them, I must get this, right? So what should be the first term here? 4? Not 4. No, this one. I'm just copying this here. Oh. Okay, so what should the box be?
3x.
3x, right? So I know for sure this must be 3x. So I don't know what this is, but I let it be b.
Oh, then is it then?
Then you can expand and compare.
Is it ax squared just 4?
So you can expand and compare now, lor. So you see whichever easier. So once you can see that this very first one is this, then you can go and expand. This is 6x squared, 6x cubed. Then 2bx squared. Okay, and then 3x squared. And then bx, 3cx rather. And then finally bc. So you pick and choose and you compare. So what you can see very clearly is that this thing, B, it's B plus 3C. Okay? And then, so when you look at it, B is B plus 3C means 3C must be 0. So C is 0. Yes? Did I miss out something again? 2b, I miss out a term. We are 6. 2bx squared. There here. Three. Oh, bc, not bx. Okay, okay. Okay. So this tells me that the c must be 0. Another one is I can compare this with this. So the A is 2B plus 3. Okay, one equation. Then the very last one, probably you want to compare. Oh, then B becomes 0. So many zeros.
Just forget the center.
Yeah, did I make some mistakes here? Check. I buy chocolate tomorrow, find my error. Then suddenly everybody wake up. Yes. Where's the error?
2x times 3 y 6x
2x square.
times 3 y 6x.
Oh, I missed out the x.
There is no everything is wrong.
Oh my god. Okay. Your teacher is
2x squared times
dreaming.
6x cubed.
But this is the exact same thing that can happen to you. Oh my god. Yes.
I'm pretty sure you also missed out the 2bx squared. You copied it that as...
There here?
Yeah, but you solving it as b. Wait, no, never mind. Sorry.
Correct. Okay, don't scare me. Okay, so this one will be 3x squared. 3cx. Yes. You choose either one. You don't need to do both. I'm just showing you that if you want to do long division, this is what you do. But it's very algebraic. And you see it's very accident prone like what happened to me. So this is a minus 3x squared. And then this is b minus 3cx. Then minus 2. So that means when you put here, you should have a minus 3 over 2x squared. Yeah, correct. So this thing will be gone. Okay, so it's very algebraic unless you like it. If not, don't do long division, not recommended. C. Okay, so you subtract it off. Okay, so that's how that thing goes away. So when you compare, it will be these two equating to each other and these two equating to each other. Okay? Okay, but my expansion here, I suspect I make some mistake, right?
Yes.
6x cubed, 2bx squared, 3x squared,
Wait, Miss Mom.
bx.
How do you get 2bx squared?
Then this one?
Oh.
This one isn't it plus bx?
Yeah, this one is plus, just that the box sort of omit that part. Okay, let's see very carefully. So the A is equal to 2b plus 3, correct? Yeah, correct. Then my B is equal to B plus 3C, correct?
This one you missed out at bx. Or never mind.
Correct, Okay, then the last one is this one.
Wait, Miss Mom, you sure it's negative 3x?
I think this must be wrong leh. How can I have B plus 3C is 0? Okay, wait. Where is the error?
So are you okay today?
No, like not working my brain.
You sleep late marking our paper.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Cause you all keep rushing me for the paper lah. Okay, wait. A, B. It's correct, right? But why does my C cancels out? What is the solution that you all have? Then my last one is BC is minus 2. Is C 0? Because this one my C cancels out, which is weird. Did I copy something wrong?
Miss Mom, if even you struggle with this, why do we like...
No, because now I got blind spot. It usually happens. Where's the answer scheme?
It's not. The answer says 3x plus, not 3x plus.
3x plus 2. No. I don't know what is that value. That's why I need to find.
Miss Mom, what question is this?
B is what? D doesn't matter. Oh, I cannot use the same unknown. Okay.
Miss Mom,
Okay, now I know why. Okay, listen. You see, the unknown there already has A and B. Then this is C, right? I cannot use a B here because it will overlap with that. I'm assuming that value is the same. So the mistake here is, oh my goodness. So many already. One, Astral one.
Should I just give the whole class?
Guys, I need one, right?
Why?
I need one.
Yeah, Astral, right? How can I make so much mistakes today? Okay, it's just not the best day. It happens. I take a break. Somebody come here and explain.
I'll do it.
No, let's all take a 10 minutes.
No.
You really need it.
Okay, wait. So this one I expand. Okay, final one. This one cannot make mistake already. 6x cubed 2dx square. Okay, good. Next one is 3x square and dx. Then the last one is 3cx and cd. Oh my god. It's crazy. All these numbers are jumping. Yeah. Stop complaining. Okay, so A, you compare with this one. 2D plus 3. Okay, and then B, you compare it with D and 3C. Then the very last one is this one. You compare with this. Okay, then you do a comparison one by one. So A is 2D plus 3. Okay, and then B is D plus 3C. And then the last one is minus 2 is CD. So let's do one elimination to help us simplify the problem. Correct, right? Why I got so many unknown? I suspect like... Okay, never mind. So this one, it's probably this. Okay, let D be this. So if you plug this in, B is minus 2 over C plus 3C. So complicated. I said this. You see? Oh, okay. I know why. You don't need. Okay, now I know why. I missed out one very important word. This one. They say one possible set. I don't need to find one single solution. I just need to decide one pair. So that means up till this point, you just need to pick a pair of values that works. So this is the key. That means I just let C be 1 for example. Then D must be minus 2. With this C and D value, I can find my B. They just want one possible set. There is no one solution. Ayo, this word. So there's a million combination you can come up with as long as the product is negative 2. So you put it in, then your B will become 3 minus 2, so 1. Okay, and then once you know your B, you can find your minus 1. So it is just one possible set. I can change the C and D value. So if you want to be challenging, okay, you can put your C as 6, 7. Okay, then you put your D as minus 2 over 6, 7. Then you put in all the value lah. That is what a possible set. Okay, but don't do that because it means I need to check whether your solution is valid. Okay, so ultimate goal is you get this. Okay, you set up this. There's 2 marks already. The final mark is with substituting a suitable set. That's all. Yes. Yes. As long as the product of C and D gives me minus 2. Okay, so I miss out this word possible. Is a very important word because you just have to set C or D to be one value. Then you use this relationship to get the remaining ones. Okay? So this is 5. What was I thinking?
Why is there a long
If you want, you can compare. But after you compare, you also need to set it to be one equation. Yeah, but that's why I never really like using long division to solve this because it's complicated. Then you'll make a lot of mistakes. This one also can make mistake already. This one even worse because there will be fractions involved. Okay?
So we just, in the long division, we just compare.
So these two must be equal. These two must be equal. Once you set up the equation, you also set the value to be one unknown. One fixed value, then you sub in. Yeah, same. Okay, but it's more tedious. If you look at the expression, it's a fraction. Okay? So this one, last one. Oh no, not yet. Last one, finally. Factorize this completely. When they say that, what is the first step? This one soap? No.
No, it's not true. Oh, no, wait.
Trial and error. So use calculator by... Can you all spell trial and error correctly? I see 3 million trail. When I mark your work by trial and error, I don't know how. Okay, by trial and error, people. Although I'm not an English teacher. By guess and check. Okay, fine. Okay, so what is the value you put in? Negative 2. So we let f of x be this first, be this. Then f of negative 2. Or just 2.
You might be correct.
Maybe the other one minus 2 is also correct. Okay, there's a few answers, right? So put in 2 also correct. Put in minus 2 likely to be correct also. So gives you 0. So by factor theorem, since f2 is 0, therefore x minus 2 is a factor. Once you get this, then you can do a synthetic or long division. Okay, I like synthetic because I don't have to write the x there. 1, 2, add up, no more. 0. Minus 8, 0. Okay, so this will give me a x square minus 4. There's no x term, right? So it gives me f of x is x minus 2. The other one is x square minus 4. I know I can factorize this further. This thing is a x plus 2, x minus 2. So I square this. Okay, so this is my factorized completely. Okay, next one at the bottom is the exact same thing if you observe carefully. The expression at the bottom. So don't need you to go and factorize it one more time. You can use your answer from here to see the two roots. Yes. No need, because they never asked me to solve f of x equals to 0. They only asked me to factorize. So don't need to go and give me the final x value. Okay, so the partial fraction you check, is it proper or improper? Proper already. So don't need to do long division. You can start splitting them up. So the first one is a linear. So a over x plus 2. What is the second one?
It's the b plus e, right? The x minus 2.
The repeated. So one of it is the linear.
And the other one's a quadratic.
Yeah, no, the other one is the square. So you will write the square. But on top is just a C. So you split it into 3.
So it's just a quadratic.
Yes. Okay. So once you have this is the first mark. Usually, I don't know whether you can say for sure. If you see a 5 marks, sometimes it's a proper. Don't have that long division mark. Okay. And then if it's a 5, likely no need to long division. But it's not always true. Okay, because sometimes they give you a more complex base that needs to split more. They give you more marks for that. So you observe the total marks lah. Sometimes there might be a trend. Okay, so multiply everything by LCM, which is this thing. So if you cancel this out, you'll be left with this. The simplification is 1 mark, so please do it carefully. So cross one of these out. This will be with one of them. Okay, cross one of it out. This will be with 1 each. Okay, and then the very last one, cross the square out. Then this will be with this. So once you can simplify this correctly, this is the second mark. What happened, Vishan? Why are you smiling like that? Don't know, you smile like one whole cycle like that. Don't know what happened. Okay, so this whole thing, now you can do substituting suitable value. So sub x as 2. So if you sub x as 2, this whole thing gone. Okay, this 2 gone. So if you look at it carefully, this is 20, 6 minus 2, then you get a 4c. So this is 24. So c is 6. Okay, hopefully my brain is working now. Okay, next one is sub x as minus 2. So you also get 20 minus 6 minus 2. This 2 will be gone. So when this 2 is gone, you will get 4 square, so 16a. 14, 12. Oh, it's a fraction. Your check, correct or not? So 3/4, is it?
Yes.
Okay, last one, sub x as 0. So it's a minus 2. So this one will become 4a.
This one
Yes.
is 17 over 4.
I do wrong again.
And the other two.
Oh, no, but the a, is it for this or is it for this? Sometimes we reverse. We do the repeated.
C is 17.
So the other one, huh? Okay, so sometimes it's different. The order is different. Okay, then last one, 0. This one, 0 is 2. 0 is minus 2. So minus 4b. And then this one is 2c. So now I put in my a and my c value. A is 3/4. C is 6. So this is 3. This is 12. So 15. Oh,